Hey, what's going on, guys? Jason Osborne, JO Vision, back again, another video. And today we're going to talk about lenses, all right? I got my 85 1.8, I got my 50mm 1.8. I love these guys, mwah! But I don't shoot wide open anymore. I do not set my aperture to 1.8 on either of these when I shoot them anymore. Coming up. So yeah, why am I no longer using my 85 at 1.8 or my 50 at 1.8? Well, I mean, I'm gonna go over a couple of reasons. I'm not gonna talk your head off, but there are good reasons that I feel that new photographers, especially, I wish I had someone telling me this when I first started, so I'm gonna share it with you, and hopefully it can help you in your journey in this photography world and whatever you wanna call it, all right? For one, shooting at 1.8 aperture, even though it does give you that creamy, excellent, beautiful bokeh, your lens will never be as sharp as it can be when it is wide open. I actually did a video about this earlier in 2017, but really, 50mm 1.8, it's sharpest, I think, at 4. The 85 1.8, it's a little bit stronger of a lens than the 50mm, I will give it that, but I still see sharper results at about 3.5. And that's with all lenses across the board. When you are wide open, that lens is never gonna be as sharp. You're not gonna get that tack sharpness. So that was a plain and simple and obvious reason for me not to shoot at 1.8 anymore, because I wanted my pictures to be sharper than they were. And yeah, I had that creamy background, but at the same time, they were just a little soft and I knew they could perform better. The second reason why I'm no longer shooting at 1.8 or wide open, as you can say, is that it really messes with the focal plane of your shot and it can really ruin the focus. When you have a wide open aperture at certain distances, you only really have like a sliver of focal plane that you have to nail on your focus, on your subject, and keep it there so you can get a good, accurate, sharp, focused shot. If you focus and recompose, or if your subject moves throughout the shooting process, it can throw all of that out of whack and your shots will come out misfiring. If you have consistent blurry eyes or consistent blurry faces and things like that, you might either have to get up closer to your subject if you want to use a 1.8 or a wide open aperture, whatever your most wide open aperture may be, or you're gonna have to bump up the f-stop a little bit to maybe 2.8 to 3.5 so that when you do focus and recompose on your subject, the focal plane is still not affected and you're not shifting focus anywhere. So that was a big reason for me as well, because I kept missing shots and it was frustrating because I thought I had all my settings dialed in, I had enough light, why am I still missing shots? Well, it's because the focal plane was shifted. It's the same reason why when you shoot wide open and you're close to your subject and then you focus in on the eye, but then the other eye is out of focus, that's because when you're wide open, that focal plane, you only get that much room to really get accurate. And you have to back up so you can really get both eyes in focus at the same time. It's the same concept. You really need to make sure that you're at an appropriate distance if you're gonna use a wide open aperture. But if you are, you know, pretty far from your subject, I'd say anything between 5 to 10 feet away, you definitely might wanna bump up your aperture. The last reason that I don't shoot wide open anymore is because sometimes I really, or most of the time, I appreciate the background or the, you know, of the picture. You know, not everything needs to be crazy blurred out bokeh. You know, it's nice, don't get me wrong. Getting that razor sharp subject in front and then the whole blown out background, yes, it is beautiful, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's not always necessary. And I've realized the more I shoot, the more I do photography, that it's not, you know, it's okay to have your background in focus a little bit with the subject. Even with 3.5 up to 4, you can still get some bokeh in your shots. I shoot at 3.5 majority of the time now. Sometimes it's 2.8 depending on the light situations. And I still get some creamy bokeh in my shots, you know, especially when I'm at 2.8. But when you go down to 1.8 and you start blurring things out, it looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be like that for every single shot that you take, as well as you might actually get a better shot by including some of the details from the background of your subject. So don't be afraid to bump up your aperture a little bit. You'll get a stronger or clearer or sharper shot. You'll be able to maintain your focus through recomposition and you might actually be able to get some detail of the background to give your shot a little bit more flavor. This is a short video today. I'm definitely not going to talk your head off like I do sometimes. If you learned something today or if this advice helped you, please give me a like. You know your boy loves your like, so help a brother out, hit that like button. Also, if you, I'm such a fool. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I like to have fun. As you guys can see, I'm a fool. The more subscribers I get, the more content I'm pushing out. 2018 is going to be a beautiful year for everyone, and I have a lot of content in store for you guys. So please help your brother out and subscribe to my channel. Please comment if you feel that, you know, there's a certain aperture that you like to shoot on. Leave a comment in the section below. I'll be sure to respond, and let's converse and talk a little bit. This is Jason Osborne, J.O. Vision. Y'all know what's up. Peace.